Hello everybody, welcome back to this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. My name is Andy, the Uncommentator. This is episode number 51. I've said playthrough that's not a playthrough, the focus of which is going to be Magikarp. So you can see there the current Magikarp saved on the cartridge has a score of 4,400, and that is comprised of a size of 1,000, a pose of 1,200, and then of course that gets doubled to make the 4,400. Now that, to all intents and purposes, is a perfect Magikarp. But I'll talk a little bit more about that once we've got into actually trying to match that score, or indeed beat it, which could be possible. But before we do that, we must of course read the Primers even official strategy guide entry for Magikarp. Now there is actually an entry for Magikarp on every single area, as Magikarp is the only Pokemon that appears on every area, with the exception of Rainbow Cloud. But I'm only going to read out, thankfully, the entry for the valley, because those of you that may have spotted at the start of the video, this photo was taken at the valley. So this is the valley entry for Magikarp. The Magikarp makes its 6th appearance. All you have to do is flush one out. What the hell? All you have to do is flush one from the rushing water. Fair enough. Magikarp appears throughout the course. So that's the short entry there. A rather short entry. Anyway, let's move on quickly because this introduction is terrible. Let's actually start taking some photographs. So yeah, as I said, that to all intents and purposes is a perfect Magikarp. Now it isn't, because it's possible to get other Magikarp in the background, but we're not going to worry too much about that. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, then so be it. So to get a good Magikarp, now as I said, Magikarp appears on every course, but to get a good Magikarp, you either need to go to the river or the valley. If you go to the river, then the chances of getting the same Magikarp score are virtually none, but it is possible to get a good shot like I did. But we're going to go to the valley. The only problem we're doing this is, we may get Dratinis and Goldines as we endeavour to do this. But basically, this is just throw Pestiballs into the water, and hope Magikarp jumps out with, of course, the Starry Jump. Now you can see there in the background, if I just zoom in a little bit. Okay, it's gone now. But there was a Magikarp. There we go. That's the follow we're doing it at the valley. Now there was a Magikarp. There we go. There it is. So that Magikarp was jumping in and out the water. Now if we got them in the background and managed to get a Magikarp to jump out like that, then we would have got the same Pokemon score. I really don't want to spend too long on this episode though, because this is literally all it is. It's just throwing Pestiballs and waiting for Magikarp to jump out, but hopefully with a star. We need the old Starry Jump. We can't just have a normal jump. Otherwise we'll only get, I think, either 1,000 or 800 for the pose. Yeah, there really is nothing to this one, so I don't want to spend too long on it. Now, last time we had an episode like this, it was Goldine. And thankfully, I managed to get it fairly quick. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted. Right, so that's... I was a bit slow to react there. That's what we want, basically. We want the Magikarp with the Starry Jump. The reason I was a bit slow to react there is because I thought it shot about the water quicker. Right, so because we hit that other Magikarp, it will now land over here somewhere. There it is. So, in theory, if we can get a Magikarp to jump out, we may get that one in the background. It's virtually impossible, but possible. Now, we will need that Magikarp for the next episode. It's a bit of a spoiler there of what's to come. Again, I'm hoping that's going to be a short episode. But as this is literally just trial and error, throwing stuff into water, like I said, I really don't want to spend too long on this. Because there really is nothing to say about this Pokemon. Now, I've always called it Magikarp, but should it be Magikarp? Like, you know, portmanteau of magical and... Oh, there we go, there's Goldie. A portmanteau of magical... Don't know, I took a picture of it. For the third time, a portmanteau of magical and carp, because it's... You know, it's like a really deadbeat, nothing-looking fish that evolves into some kind of ferocious dragon-type creature. How is Gyarados not a dragon-type? It's not even... I don't think it's even become one since then. I think it's still water and flying. How is it not water and dragon? Or dragon and flying? I mean, yeah, if you're going to lose one to make room for the dragon, I'd lose the flying type, because I think it's kind of taken as read that... Well, obviously not all dragon types fly. I mean, Applin. perfect example. But you know, you think about a dragon, you think about it, a fire-breathing thing that flies. You know, basically you think of a Charizard, which ironically isn't a dragon type either. But certainly, how is Gyarados not a dragon type? Well, that went well. I think we had one shot to get a good. We had one chance there to get a good shot of Magikarp. No points, apparently. Okay, what a great haul that was. Right. So I was going to say you get the idea, but you don't really, because those two pictures were terrible.
Welcome back.
Okay, let's try again. Let's just do one shot at the river, and let's see what we can get, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not too bothered about getting the same Pokemon bonus. And if we go to the river, we'll not get Goldeen, and we'll not get Dratini. We'll only get Magikarp, and possibly Psyduck. And we get Poliwag if I got them to jump into the water. I'm not going to do that. So we should hopefully hear. How many Magikarps did I get earlier when I was going for gold? When I was going for Psyduck or going for Cloyster or Shelder? And so far we've had two, and neither of them have done the star jump. The problem with Magikarp here is when it does the star jump, it does it a lot quicker and a lot higher, which makes it more difficult. Come on. Now, I said in the last video, the Magmar was saving some shout-outs for this episode. Oh, there we go. Well, that's it. I was saving some shout-outs for this episode, but I had a check on the when I get views in a new country, I always like to mention it, but I think I've got a bit lax on doing that. So I had a quick check on the on my viewers, all three of you, and I've now had views in Guyana apparently, and Venezuela. So we're expanding to South America. I remember getting Chile and Argentina, but oh, Cloyster. And another Cloyster. Well, that's ironic, given the problems we had with the Cloyster episode. Yeah, let's take a picture of him. But no, let's not. So that was ironic. Yeah, so expanding into South America. So if you're watching from Guyana, then hi. If I've got, and also Venezuela. So yeah, I've got Venezuelan viewers and Guyanan or Guyanese. I think a word beginning with G that means watch. Ganderers? So, Venezuelan viewers and Guyanese Ganderers. So if you are from those countries, hi. And any other country as well. And don't get me wrong, I don't just prefer those countries. But, yeah, Finland. I think I mentioned Finland, actually, at the time. One thing I do find quite baffling, though, is on the... those of you that don't have a YouTube channel, when you get views, if you go on the analytics, it tells you what country that your viewers are from. But obviously, I mean, that's kind of obvious given what I'm just talking about. But not every country in the world, for God's sake, not every country in the world is listed. So it's not like you've got all, whatever it's 206 or whatever it is, countries listed or territories, and then they just appear. They just like the numbers build up. So if you've never had a view in a country, it won't appear on your list. Now that may sound obvious, but for some reason on my list, I've got Egypt, even though apparently I've got viewers in Egypt, but if I look at the views, it's 0. So why Egypt's on there, I don't know. Really no idea, because like for example, Equatorial Guinea doesn't appear on my list. So I've had no views in Equatorial Guinea, but they don't appear on my list. But yeah, Egypt does, even though I've had no views there apparently. I find that a bit bizarre. Once again, Cloyster taking the mic. Anyone that's seen the Cloyster episode will know what I'm talking about. This reel isn't going as well as I'd hoped it would. I thought by now we'd have more Magikarps. Oh, there we go. That may have got... Oh, another Cloyster. May have got a shot of that one. Right, let's see what that looks like. Then we'll go back to the valley, because I do think the valley is the easiest course to get. 10 minutes in and we've barely taken a photo. And this episode was going to say, okay, 160. So, yeah, tighten that a little bit. That just kind of goes to prove how difficult that shot was to get, or how lucky I was to get that shot. Because that's, yeah, 160 points for that, so we're not going to bother showing up that. I don't know why the game's running slow all of a sudden, so if the visuals have slowed down, I do apologise. Yes. Right, we'll go back to the valley. Hope we don't get too many Dratinis or Goldines. Let's go. You can see that Magikarp I was on about earlier. There it is, flopping about in the background. So if we get a Magikarp to jump out now, while that one's in the air, we potentially get the same Pokemon bonus. You know what's going to happen? Oh, this episode sucks. Let's just take one. No, let's just get a shot of Magikarp, just so we've got something. Just so we've got a benchmark, and also so I know what the non-star jump Magikarp poses. I think, as I've already said, it's either 800 or 1,000. I think it's 800. So it's 50% better to get the star jump. Come on. I can't believe how little Magikarps I'm getting here. But like I said, there really is nothing to this. It's just literally this. This is it. Like, no, definitely. Oh, hello. I was supposed to try and get a Goldeen square on. All the Goldeens I've ever had seem to be facing away from the camera. I want to get one facing the camera. We're definitely going to ignore Staryu. Again, anyone that's seen these Staryu and Starmie episodes will know why. So skip past all this rubbish. Here we go. Come on, Magikarp. We got one, but not the one we wanted. Yeah, as I've said, views in any country are welcome, obviously. So, you know, the usual suspects, USA, the UK, and, of course, Japan. Without Japan, we wouldn't be playing this video game, so, arigato gozaimasu for that. But, yeah. I just find it, I've said it a million times on, throughout this, but it just blows my mind when, I get into, countries I never would have imagined. Still, Kuwait still blows my mind. And Saudi Arabia to some extent. But yeah, Guyana and Venezuela recently been added to the list, so I do appreciate that, as I do all views, of course. Oh, hello, Goldeen. Oh, and it was square on as well. And I've said a million times as well in this series that I'm going to try and just focus on the Pokemon that's the focus of the video. But as I'm getting further into this series, I'm getting more and more... this is quite it's quite a repetitive game, as much as I like it. I don't know if anyone's noticed, so... trying to mix things up a little bit. Just a little bit earlier, that would have been good. Right, let's see what that gets. Let's see what sort of pose it gets. Because I can't remember. Right, 790, that's fine. Yeah, only 800, I thought it would be. Okay, so 800 pose for the... 800 pose for the normal jump, 1200 for the starry jump. So I'm gonna have one more go. And then I'm probably going to go to montage and just try and I'm just going to try and get something decent, because there really is nothing to this. I know this is kind of a bit of a cop-out episode, but I am trying to... I can't... You know, I'm human, to be fair. I am struggling a little bit to with this series now, because it has been going... It is a long series, and it's quite repetitive. And I feel like videos like this are a little bit redundant, because there really is nothing to do here other than just throw... It's just totally random. And then you just need a bit of luck when it does jump out to try and sort of get a good shot of it. So I don't feel like there's much to be doing here, because I'm conscious of other videos I've got to come, like Lapras, Ditto, in particular, those two, that are going to need a bit of time dedicating to them, because they're quite difficult ones to get, and there needs to be a bit of setup involved. Whereas this one's literally just random. There's nothing to show here. You know, I'd rather put a lot of time into episodes that need setup. Like, you know, like Electabuzz, for example, a couple of episodes ago, that you need a little bit of setting up for that one. So let's dedicate time to that rather than one that's just literally throw things into water and hope they jump out. This is actually ridiculous how little Magikarps we're getting here. I mean, how many Goldians have we had? I feel like I should sing a song related to Magikarp. I don't think what it is. Because it's not Magikarp, even though it really should be. Is it Magikarp? I don't know. Probably it is. Oh, it's Magikarp. Anyway, don't want to keep carping on about that. Come on. Give me a star jump. Like we're in an aerobics class or something. I've never been to an aerobics class. That may be obvious from that comment. And if you looked at me, that would also be obvious. I know you're all intrigued. Now the 13% female viewers that I've had recently are certainly wondering what I mean by that. What does he mean by that? It's copyrighted. Anyway, took a picture of Dratini, even though we got to the Dratini episode yet. I ever get this many Dratinis when I do get to that episode? Did I take a picture of Magikarp? I think I did. Not a single star jump Magikarp though in that entire run. Just that piece of rubbish and that one. So we're not going to submit any. What the hell's that one? Don't know. Anyway, not going to submit any of those.
Welcome back.
Come on. I'm just going to do one more. One more, and I said that last time, but we need. I just want at least one Magikarp star jump. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? I don't know why I'm bothering taking that, because it's just... completely pointless. It won't get a good score, even if I got 1,000 size. I have a plush, I have a Magikarp plushie. If I look up and to my left, I can see it on the shelf. It's next to a Farfetch'd plushie, which is next to a Suicune plushie, which is next to an Entei plushie. I won't go all the way across the shelf, don't worry. Okay, come on, please give me a Magikarp. I'm quietly furious at the minute. I'm quietly simmering because this is ridiculous. This is Bo Riddick, I'm afraid. This is Riddick Moss. What's happened to him, by the way? Won the armbar, as they call it, which isn't an acronym. Is that the right word? I'm never sure anymore. Which isn't the right acronym for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and then. I know it's not called that. That's not actually its name, but anyway. Yeah, won that, and then that was it. Ooh, there we go. Let's just take something just to say we have done. This is ridiculous. Like, seriously, nearly 2 full runs now, and not one single Magikarp star jump. I'm tempted to go back to the river here. At least at the river, we're not going to get Dratinis or Goldines. Oh, for those of you wondering, if we throw SPFs, is it more likely to bring out a Magikarp? No. Is the answer to that question. So we're not going to throw SPFs, we're going to stick with the Pestiballs. Don't know why. Feels more natural to me. I'll tell you what we'll do. I said this was going to be... I said to the turn before... Oh, there we go. Oh, and it said Magikarp, so we may have actually got that. It was turned to the side, so that's going to suck, but... it from the back. What I was going to say, what I was going to say is we may have one. I may have one more run, even though I've said that. The run before this one, I said it was going to be the last one, and then this one I said it was going to be the last one. We may do one more where I actually throw SPFs and see if that makes any difference. It won't, but who knows? At this point, I'm willing to try anything, unless this is a decent one. Oh, there we go. Not that one. Oh, that's so annoying. That was a little bit lower. Let's just submit it anyway and see what it gets. He's probably not going to be in the middle of the frame, even though its eyes are. 440. Apollo. You were close. You suck. Joke. That's annoying, actually, because I was hoping obviously I was never going to beat the score I had, but I was hoping I was going to get something. Right, one more go. I may not bother with montage here because I really, like I keep saying, I really don't want to spend a lot of time on this episode. But I also don't want to shortchange the loyal viewers that I've got by just giving them a rubbish episode or at least a rubbish photo. I mean, this episode was never going to be good because it's just literally, there's just nothing. There's nothing to say about this Pokemon. And there's nothing to really do. Oh, hello. Right, maybe throw SPFs is the trick. Oh no, we get gold in that time. Although, we seem to be getting more Pokemon, which is interesting. I'm 100% convinced it's random, so don't take anything from what's happened so far. Because as you can see, we're now back to normal of nothing. Oh, Dratini. Need to flush this Magikarp out, apparently. Go on to the guide. I don't know why I can't read the guide entries all of a sudden either. That's becoming a worry. Maybe this game's just killing my brain cells. I don't know. There's Dratini once again. Anything? No. Okay, skip past all this. I'm hopeful that first Magikarp was a decent shot. Actually, it's not jumping as high or as quick as I thought it would. I must be misremembering. Well, I knew it wasn't like Psyduck speed when that does the Star Ridge. Oh, hello. Damn it. Lost my camera there. Right, we'll move on. I'm going to have to tell myself not to take pictures of Dratini because we haven't got to the Dratini episode yet. Anything? Please? Other than Dratini? I won't mind if it was Dratini doing the Starry jump, but it's not. It's a boring one, although it should get a decent size if I submit it. It's quite fortunate with the Golding episode. I managed to, if you haven't watched that one, managed to get 1,000 size, 1,200 posts fairly quickly. Well, we definitely had more Pokemon throwing the ASPS rather than the Pester Balls. Oh, hello. Ah, you... Damn it. There's more to the left. That was annoying. One more? Nope. Once you hear the end barrier thing, you're not going to get any more out. Right, let's see what we got for that initial one. This episode's really sucked, hasn't it? I do apologise. Damn it. Not quite. Not quite. We'll submit it anyway, but we'll get the you were close.
Yes. You were close.
There you go. Right, I promise I will get at least one decent photo for you. Don't know why I'm still going real at this point. I mean, it's pretty much, I don't know. I'm doing this for me rather than you at this point, so I do apologise. But I do want to actually produce some kind of photo. Oh, there we go. At least we've got a... I mean, the size will be a bit bad, but at least we've got a starry... At least we've got a starry jump. Can we actually get a photo? A good starting point for this episode would be... I mean, it's a bit late to say that now we're God knows how far into it. I mean, even editing bits down, this is only going to be like 25 minutes. But can we actually get a photo that's got the entire fish in the picture? Is that too much to ask? You know, there's a song... Well, I say it's a song. It's a random tune, goes big fish, little fish. Just a fish at this point would be... I'll take. And the fact I'm referencing that tells you how much rubbish... Oh, there we go. We've got a little fish. That was a big fish. Don't think we're going to stumble across the cardboard box, but I may be wrong. The fact I'm referencing that particular song, if you can call it that, is Kind of tells you I need to know about how much I've got left to say on this episode, but we'll keep going for now because I'm determined to get something that resembles a reasonable picture. But there's absolutely no chance in hell I'm gonna replicate that picture that I've already got. How the hell I got that, I don't know. Anyway, well, let's submit either big fish or a little fish. See what we get. We'll go for the little fish because at least it's all in the shot. But God knows what it'll get. Probably won't get middle of the frame. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. Oh, well that didn't quite go according to plan. I'm going to feel that's going to count as slowpoke. But we'll try that again, because let's try something a bit different. We'll try and actually keep the camera... Well, oh, there we go, another one. I would say if we get to the starry Magikarp, we'll try... Oh, another one. Although we made a bit of a hash of that one. Yeah, I would say we'll try and keep the camera down and let it drop into the frame. I don't know if that's the way forward. I suspect not. But, was that 3 quite close together there that we got? The, starry jump. At least back at the river. I think I said this earlier, but, I mean, I've said that much so far. I'm bound to repeat myself. At least at the river, you're only going to get Magikarp. You're not going to get... Unless you get the Poliwags in. Ooh, 2 cloisters. 3 cloisters. Wow. Well, we didn't get that. We didn't see that much in the cloister episode. Well, we've got 3 cloisters. Let's take a few pictures of them. Might as well. You don't normally get 3 cloisters. Yeah, shame we didn't get that more in the cloister episode. I think I got it once in the entire cloister episode. So, and yeah, 4th cloister there. Just to really rub it in. Where's that cloister gone? I don't know. Anyway, let's. We're not here for cloister, we're here for Magikarp. But well, we get 3 cloisters. We might as well take a picture of them. See if we can beat our cloister score. You know, you see that one. Apparently slowpoke. So that's slightly irritating because the 2 Magikarps are not great. But we'll go with that one. And now let's have a look at the cloisters. These all suck, which is a shame. That first one slightly higher would have been a good one. We'll send it anyway. It won't beat the it won't beat the one we've got, but neither will this Magikarp. I won't even match it. But yeah, 670. So at least we're getting somewhere. And finally got one to get doubled as well. So that's positive. Let's just skip through these cloisters. Yeah, nice same Pokemon score, but yeah, that's all it was. Sadly. I mean, we'll stick with the Valley for now because we are getting Magikarp, and we're not always getting the starry one, but we are getting them. I have to say there was a terrible. I mean, it's that long ago. I've almost forgotten it, but there's a terrible intro. Sorry, to this video, and it's kind of set the tone really. Terrible intro, terrible video. So I am sorry, but I'm determined to get a reasonable score. Now, what constitutes a reasonable score? I have to say my standards are lowering by the second, given how long this has taken. But I do want to try and get one. I'm hoping we're getting plenty of Magikarp, so we're getting a decent amount of starry ones as well. I'm hoping I'm hoping at least one of them's good. We've gone from 3 cloisters to 3 Shelders, so it won't be pursuing another Pokemon. We'll stick with the Magikarps anyway on this particular run. And a 4th Shelder, just to compound the misery. Why am I still continuing here? Let's just go to the let's just go for the appraisal and hope one of those drop-in Magikarps we managed to get a shot of it. 7 pictures taken. Will that be lucky? Well, according to that, oh, there we go. The first 6 weren't, but the 7th one, 7th time lucky. Let's see. I mean, obviously it's badly clipped, so it's not going to be that good. But you know, only 640. Yeah, another the actual Game Boy games. I'm not that clued up on. Oh, that was big. I'm not that clued up on. Well, I say the Game Boy games. I mean the. Well, you know, there's a Game Boy. There was obviously Gold, Silver, Red, Blue, Yellow, Crystal, whatever, on the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, and then the Game Boy Advance. Then after that with Ruby, Sapphire, and was it Emerald, wasn't it? Yeah, and then you've got. Oh, by the way, if my voice, if the commentary's starting to sound different, my voice is clinging on at this point. And also, I'm in day 2 of recording this, so sometimes if I don't have the microphone in exactly the same place, or if I don't sit in the same place, my voice sounds totally different. Anyway, yeah. So and then obviously you had the DS era with X and Y and Black and White and Black and White 2, etc. Has there ever been a game that Magikarp hasn't shown up on the? I'm assuming there must be, but I'm only saying that because I mean I didn't really play Generation 2. After Generation 2, I didn't really play the next one I played through was Generation 8, which is obviously on the Switch, the Gala region, and Magikarp was on there, and then on the Paldean games, the Scarlet and Violet. Magikarp's on that one as well, so I don't know if it's the only one that's kind of made it all the way through. I mean, somebody will put. I mean, if anyone bothers to comment on this video, hopefully someone will tell me that. Has there been a Generation game where it hasn't appeared, other than the one presented by Bruce Forsyth? Or if you're watching in the US, I don't know presented the US version of that. Anyway, who cares about that? That was terrible, but we'll submit this anyway. I mean, we didn't. It was not a Starry Jump one, but I just want to see if we can actually get a good size score, because we managed to actually get it fully in the frame, which is nice. Yeah, 1,000 size, but obviously only 800 posts. That's a shame. With this, oh dear me. I don't know if anyone's watched my Pokemon Stadium playthroughs. I know I've mentioned them about a bazillion times. Keep plugging them on this series, but yeah, don't know if anyone's watched my Pokemon Stadium playthroughs. But at the end of each episode, I dished out a few awards. Well, I'll say a few awards. Basically, at the end of each episode, I gave an MVP award out, Most Valuable Pokemon, for the Pokemon that I felt contributed the most in the episode. Oh, there we go. Actually got a starry Magikarp for once, which is nice. Yeah, so what I may do is, if I remember later on in the series when we get to the end, when we get to the Rainbow, whatever it's called, Rainbow. I would say Rainbow Road. That's not my game, isn't it? Rainbow Cloud. Sorry. What I may do is, close to screen me again. What I may do is finish this sentence by saying that I may dish out some awards for this series. I'll have to think of some categories, but certainly worst episode. This is a strong contender, I have to say. Anyway, let's see what we got this time. Another lucky 7 potentially, although we were bang unlucky there with Cloyster. Managed to get one decent shot. So let's see what that gets. So I think earlier on we had one where the tail was clipped. We've now got one where the mouth's clipped, but we'll submit this anyway. Let's see what it gets. Worst photo, worst episode, I don't know. We'll think of some categories. Leave a comment on the video. Tell me some categories for the... Well, that got a higher score than I thought it would. Tell me some categories for the end of season. Really think about moving on to Gyarados soon. To be honest with you, I just want to get a photo. I just want to get a photo of a Starry Jump. Oh, that was a good one. Where it's all in the... Not clipped... all in the frame and doing the Starry Jump, and obviously I want the score. I want it to be. I'm not bothered about the size too much. I want it to get doubled at least. So I don't want to get a "you were close" out of a joke. I want him to actually. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't say "well done," but to do that, I'd have to beat the score. And it's telling how long I've been recording here that that was a dreadful Oak impression, really, wasn't it? As Cloyster comes out to play again. Right at the end. I like to think my Oak impressions are not too bad, but that one wasn't. That certainly wasn't wonderful. Okay, come on. Just give me a all in the frame. Yes! I mean, the rest are not even... Any of it's in the frame, but we'll take that one. We'll take that. It's all in the frame. I wish it was more to the side. If it was a bit more on its side, maybe help the size score. But you know what? We'll take it. We'll take this, and whatever this is, I'm done. Unless it's a disaster. 700. That'll do. Yeah, we'll take it. I'm done. This is just too... I mean, I wanted to try and get to 4,000. I suppose that would have been nice, but I can't take any more of this. If anyone's still watching this video at this point, then I really am really grateful. And you've got a pretty strong stomach and a pretty numb bum, I would imagine. But we're done. I can't take any more. I actually think, and I could be totally wrong here, because we did get 1,000 size earlier on. But I think for some reason he's a bit more generous with the size scores at the Valley. Although, because that one wasn't that much smaller than the one I got 1,000 size for. But obviously the one I got 1,000 size, it was turned on its side. But you know what? I don't care, because that is... I've still got one of my... I'm still going back to my... excuse me, one of my favourite photos. So yeah, apologies for that terrible episode. I think the best thing to do now is to get on with it and just get on with the outro and just end the episode. Anyway, yeah, if for some reason you did enjoy this episode, I can't even speak now, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video should you choose to do that. Please let me know some categories for the end of series awards. We're here on YouTube, we're Hunter Channel, and Commentator, and the rest others in this playlist. You'll also find a myriad of other games that I've played through. Not just N64, plenty of other consoles. But join me next time, we're going to be moving on to Magikarp's evolved form, Gyarados. So better Pokemon, better episode, hopefully. But until we get to that point, for now, from me, it is sayonara.